All right, so we finished the film last November, huge celebration, and sent it out to everybody, and it's had this wonderful reception out in the real world. So people have asked a number of times, so how much money you made on the short film? No, we didn't. We were given it thanks to our Kickstarter backers, and we freely gave it back out. For us, now switching hats, on the production side, it was a proof of concept. So we've been using that this year to shop, right? So we can say, I have an idea for the best remote ever, and this is what it looks like. No, the buttons don't work, but this is what it looks like, right? And you do that process, and a lot of times in our field, that's shopped with like a 2 to 3 minute, thing. We had 15 minutes, so we could really show you tone, character, how we'd like to tell the story. Is it perfect? No, there's all kinds of things that in another room we'd tell you, yeah, we didn't love this didn't work out quite the way we wanted. Sure, but it was a whole lot. It was like definitely heading the right direction. And the reception it got from folks like you and others really told us we're on the right path as far as the storytelling we want to do. As you recall, at that time we announced that we were pursuing it as a series, an animated series, and through a long kind of series of discussions and soul searching over winter, we just felt like that ultimately wasn't the right choice for us. If you're interested in some of the intricacies of why, we'll talk about it later, but it has to do with capped potential within the streaming market. Bottom line is, if you make Stranger Things, you're paid for the production, and that's it, and thanks for coming. If it goes and becomes a global phenomenon, you're not paid anymore, you're just paid for that production. Because there's no ad revenue, there's no ticket sales. It's just thanks for coming. So the cap on that. Now there's no bottom, there's no risk of it, it's going to go out, it doesn't matter, you're paid. But you're paid for production. So if we were to make something really special that an audience really connected with, that would give us opportunities to make more things in this vein out of this community and so forth, the best opportunities in the independent theatrical market. So that turned our attention to say, we really want to, we believe this film, we could go out with a series of films. And so we began that process earlier this year and met with a number of studios, kind of went down a lot of different paths, exploring what that might look like, landing on our confidence that we are going to roll this out as a slate of 5 featured animated films for theatrical release. It's very scary and thrilling, but we've had some amazing colleagues come along this year that believe in that and want to support us in that. We've had one particular investor who's tracked with us and given us a lot of resources towards development. And today, because it really just happened, can announce that we have officially begun work on our screenplay for the first feature film, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. We have an amazing screenwriter that we'll announce later, but he'll begin work, we hope next week actually. We just finished putting this together, and so we're going to spend some time, Nicholas and Erica and myself this weekend kind of talking about the story and things. We are not sure how fast this will get produced, so at the same time that we're starting this, it's the first step out the door, as it were. We don't know how fast production dollars will come. We have a lot of really fantastic people interested, a number of big distributors that are very interested and want follow-ups. They want a screenplay next, and we're working on that. And we know we've got a great story. Screenplay for us is kind of like, well, yeah, but we already know this. Like, we know where we're going. We're excited to explore it, but it's an important piece. That hopefully is done middle of December, and then we'll see what the next big announcement is. But it'll be a series of 5. 5. Wait, there's only 4 books. That's true. If I had the books stacked up right here, would you notice the difference between the 4 books? Which one of these things is not like the other? The 4th book's huge. So we really feel like the 4th book serves well in 2 films, kind of, I don't know, Harry Potter style, where there's a part 1, part 2. There's just so much going on in the 4th book that we felt like it would do that better. The hope is to end the films. We're rolling out to our partners that it's a series, it's a slate of, which has appeal with other partners that an individual film wouldn't. And we're hoping to end, meaning that one is released the year after the other, that kind of thing. So we're rolling production to production to production, and then the last 2 maybe are closer together. So that's the intent going in. We have a fantastic partner here in town who's our producer rep, who's already taken us out to a number of studios on distribution side. Feature animation is hot. It's a great market. Fantasy right now is really climbing fast, not only with Amazon's investment in Tolkien, with approaching another Lord of the Rings franchise, but of course, was it Wednesday? Narnia getting picked up by Netflix with a full exploration. So fantasy is hot right now, which is really exciting. And so all boats rise. That's not a competitive thing for us. We're just like, let's go. What's been challenging, I will say, in this process, and so a lot of you are just so patient. I'm so thankful, but we have a lot of work we're doing. I pound pavement all the time. Business plans and investor perspectives, and there's just so much that goes on to craft the business of making movies. Okay, and there's not a lot to announce, right? So I realize we've been very quiet, but we've not been not working. We've just been quiet because there's discussions back and forth. There's partners that we go, oh, this is super cool. These guys would be great to partner with. Oh my gosh, no. And I'd say that's where they're too. And so there's just all that kind of stuff happening. It just takes a lot of time. But I've had the great privilege of visiting a lot of my colleagues at the studios, and have gotten very warmly received. We actually got to play the short film at DreamWorks. Tom, because a lot of his colleagues, he was on the How to Train Your Dragon series there. Was head of story for Dragons 2, so a lot of his peers, and he played it. He was so scared of it because he was like, they may not like it, and they loved it. Packed theater, and they loved the film. They were like, this is amazing. What did you guys do? You know, when do we get to see more? Which was really great. It was very gratifying. Oh, by the way, footnote: animated films have been 80 minutes forever, especially CGI. They're 80 minutes. That's what they do. 82. It's its minimum standard by MPA. It's weird. Anyways, that's changed in the last couple of years. Anybody see Incredibles 2? Just over 2 hours for an action movie. Lego Batman, 2 hours. Like, we just accepted that we can do 2 hours now. It used to be, people didn't believe that people would watch animation for longer than 80, 90 minutes. And that's changing, which we're thrilled. So we're hoping to satisfy that as well, because we have a big epic to unfold, and we'd love to have that longer time. So, all right, we ready?